Yes, Watford is more reliable. So activity, and once you have a piece on a square, most of the time you just want to keep it there no matter what. Like even if you have to give it up, you know, just replace it with a pawn. It's better than giving ground. Material doesn't matter so much, or to be more precise, all piece values are compressed. So a pawn, you know, it's worth a third of a piece normally. Now it's worth maybe a lot closer. I don't want to say a random number, but I'm sure you get what I mean. I could take on... do we want to play c3? It's a bit weird. I really want to play knight c3, to be honest, and just like go for maximum activity. But playing c3 and d4 also looks quite nice. Things like b4 are also funny, but I'm not convinced that that's really working here. It's -2 pawns if I do stuff like that. Relatively, right? Okay, let's just play c3. I can't think about this for a full minute. I might regret not having knight c3. But he didn't play d6, so yeah, now he has to take on e5. It's really bad. Not what you want to be doing. Maybe he should just take this pawn now. You lose some material, but it's better than losing space, I think. Can even go d5. Do I want to do stuff like that? Pawn at d5 is also kind of funny. Okay, no, let's just get a knight c3. Just take it easy. He's not threatening d5 or really anything at all. Alright. I really want to take on f7 though. Why am I like this? Should we just hold this center? I don't love any of this actually. Not really sure what to do. Knight b3, right, I mean queen b3. Let's try this actually. It's not that easy to defend it. I mean queen e7, there's things like knight d5 which look a bit annoying. Queen d7, it blocks the bishop. So I'm not sure what he should do here. He really can't allow me to take on f7. There are 5 anonymous watching this. How about that? Queen to f7, yeah, maybe it's a good try. Really tempting e5 though. There's queen takes f3 though. Maybe that's a good try. But okay, I think the threat of e6 as well should be quite strong. Although, to be honest, maybe I should be a little bit more careful here, because he gets things like bishop h3 in as well. Queen f4, I can also take on d6. Okay, kind of happy to see that, to be honest. It looked very complicated. I mean, it still might be dangerous. Yeah, it's kind of important that I am holding this. But actually, he's attacking f2 now. Yeah, all of this might have been kind of bad. I think if he takes on f3, I will play e6. Oh. Okay. All of that was honestly terrifying. I don't like how he played that. Queens demote to affairs as well. So, like, they have good influence, like, since they spawn in as the promoted version. But afterwards, it's just terrible. Okay. How about that? Surely we play d6 now. I mean, it pays not to assume anything. But d6 does look extremely strong. There's always the chance for like a counterattack with like bishop takes f2, then I would be forced to go rook takes, then queen e1. Alright, and then, yeah, I don't love it. Should be able to play rook f1 there, though. There's bishop h3 as well. Like, all of this is very scary sometimes. That, however, should be it. Right, king f8, I can go here with checkmate, so he will have to play there. Or here, I guess. Oh. Okay, that was quite a warm-up game. I wasn't pleased with that. I think I might have left some opportunities open there. We did not get paired, but there is a game going. I'll watch that. Oh, just ended. Okay. Alright, we'll try and play a little bit more solidly. I think it was kind of nonsense, that first game. What even is the first move here? I'm gonna try c5. I don't love e5 or anything like that. Taking this is probably not a threat, I would say. I'm gonna try and bait him into doing it. To be honest, he had queen h5 there and picking up c5 at the end, so probably shouldn't be clever here. Yeah, I noticed that a bit too late. Okay, I need to actually focus here, because I'm going to do something bad at some point otherwise. So e5, knight g4. Normally you'd think I pick up that pawn, but we shouldn't assume anything. I think it's okay. Yeah, queen e2, queen c7, and so on. He does lose that pawn, but maybe the complications are okay for him. Queen e2 is also knight d4. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen g4. That looks bad. So now I'll just play queen c7. Okay, I really want to keep that knight over there. So we're going to try and keep it there. It's just such a strong piece in the attack. If he plays h3, I just take there, like no hesitation whatsoever. I get a pawn for the knight, so it's not even like down that much material, because like I can drop the pawn with good activity at some point. Well, he will get it back with queen d4, but then I get knight takes f2, I think. So yeah, probably just an oversight. Yeah, this whole game was a bit of a sequence of unfortunate oversights. I didn't want queen d4 either. Okay, you're going to prevent that. Maybe I should be trying to drop my extra material already, like bishop at c6, for example. Do I take here already? I don't know. I don't actually love this. Just gonna get even more control of d6. I'll replace the bishop if he takes this one. Then, of course, he will have a bishop. So there's that to think about. I don't think he has anywhere particularly scary to place it. Okay, this is really just begging for pawn at f6. It improves the safety of my king with tempo. He doesn't have bishop h6 right at this moment. Like, it would probably be bad anyway, but it would be possible. Let's just take that with unpromotion. Wait, is this... it's so nearly checkmate, but not quite. Not yet, at least. Yeah. I think we still take this. Queen has too much influence. Is threatening to promote here. Not a fan of that. Just go d5. We're safe for checks here. You can just drop a pawn. Or even try and get this bishop off. Yeah, it's looking rather comfortable. I mean, we're still a long way away from like actually getting a checkmate, though. But we have... it's actually just a bunch of extra pawns. So dropping like 2 pawns up here, but it's going to be pretty scary. But I don't want to just trade them off as well. Like, I want to make sure I get to promote them. Okay, do we waste a pawn here, or do we try and trade that off? Not sure, actually. Ah, why not, actually? He'll get a bishop, but it won't be very dangerous. I'm not sure this is the most expedient move, but I think it's just... it's kind of mandatory, almost. Is he threatening to take that or something? I don't think so. I just want to start making threats here. Just attack h2. He should go h3. Then I'll probably drop something at h5, like maybe a bishop or a pawn even. Probably a pawn, because I don't think I'm ready to take on f2. Am I ready to take on h2 though? Maybe. I'm just gonna put this here. Seems very useful. All right. We're just gonna replace it. Okay, that's, I think, good. Loosen that whole situation a little bit. Just lining this up on the king. It's kind of caveman-like almost. Not very sophisticated. But I'm possibly threatening e5 or something. Guess we'll just do it. Just set up a huge mass of pawns in the center. To be honest, putting them here might have been better. Not sure. All right, we decided to break through the center, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, he has to come forwards. It can't be pleasant. What do we do about this? Not sure. Just the time ticking down is terrifying. I would love to promote like another archbishop, but that's sadly not allowed. Okay, we're threatening this now. With not actually checkmate, but close. Okay, he needs to come here, and now there's just this rook covering. Okay, I just gotta take that while we're at it. Yeah, I really just want to put a knight here at this point. And you can still go to c1. And maybe the timing was not good though. Alright, you would think that not something that can be survived. Alright. Yeah, I think the struggle in the early game is always the most interesting part. Like cleaning it up afterwards sometimes takes a while. Let's see what Marco comes up with. So e5. Yeah, I went c5. I still don't know if I love it. Might prefer to play knight c3 this time. I think c3 and so on was a little bit too slow. Okay, I think taking that and letting him centralize a pawn mass is not good. So we're just gonna let it slide. I'm gonna play knight c3. I don't want to castle just yet. Because this random little bishop h3 move, yeah, he's preparing it even, can be annoying. Like now he could be threatening bishop h3. I don't think he is, though. Yeah, there's no need to go d4 or anything, it just loosens everything. I'm never really threatening to take there. I might be threatening to play d5, though. Still, actually, I don't know if I like what I'm doing. This might be questionable. Yeah, I don't really love it here. Now, if he ever gets a pawn, like, I just get forked here. I mean, that's probably not a concern, to be honest. Okay, I think it is time to hop in here. What's going on here? It's getting a bit scary. Let's see. What do I actually do about this? Yeah, difficult to say. Difficult to say. I'm not sure I love castling, to be honest. Okay, let's just play c3. I think that's helpful. Okay, maybe now do we castle? Yeah, I think we castle now. If he takes, then f takes. Suddenly my whole situation over here is a lot stronger. Okay, bishop h3 I'm not worried about anymore. And I'm even threatening to use this f-file. Things like g5 I think is simply too loose. It could have been scary before. Okay. I'm not sure about that. Could I even... No, I can't do stuff like that. I'm gonna go king h1. I think this will have to be played in the long run. We're down to 50 seconds. Yeah, I really should play quicker. Like, nothing I did really required this much thought as well. Just play queen e2 quickly, not because I think it's particularly great, but didn't love the alternatives. Oh, really? This does lose a thing, though. Then again, my bishop is also semi-lost. He's just irrelevant over there. Do I want to play things like... Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's not really clear-cut, but... Maybe I do? This is getting weirder by the second. Okay, I'll do it, even though I don't love it. Can I ever go knight at f5 or something like that? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna play a little bit more defensively. I'm a little bit scared, I have to admit. I don't think I should be, but I know I've opened up these dark squares. It's not clear to me what I should be doing either. Okay, well, this is pretty clear. Can I even take that, actually? Okay, it becomes very clear now. Of course, bishop takes is starts lining up on that, which I don't love. But still. Yeah, okay. This looks really nice now. He needs to castle as well, otherwise this might be an issue. If he castles, there's like pawn here, for example. Also pawn d4. Yeah, it looks pretty terrifying. Oh. I mean, he can block it. Then I take that. Yeah, that's actually bad news. Really bad news. Maybe c6 is possible. I'm not sure I have time to take it. I have time to go rook takes f6 always, though. But with check even. Love to see it. Okay, we have a massive stack of pieces to drop now. Oh. What was that? That was weird. But we did win that. Alright, do we play the Sicilian again? The Sicilian in Shogun. I did figure out that I need to play quicker. That is fairly clear to me. We're gonna try it again. Okay, I'm gonna play e6 immediately. That is always going to be questionable, because I just get to redrop here immediately. Then again, do I want to pawn on d4 or on b4? I'm not sure. That's actually a good question. I'm going to put it on b4. Because I think it might have been more exposed there, and it's going to be very difficult for me to make use of that, considering how passive I am right now. The other thing is, if he plays e5, I can now take it with a knight without losing a pawn. That is also an interesting try. I think I take on e4 now. Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, if I would like take this, for example, he goes e5, and that'd look very annoying. So I'm going to let him take here. Which does help me move forward a little bit. I'm also defending this thing. I'm not sure if that's useful. Easily could be, though. Suddenly we're becoming a little bit active. What should he do here? What do I think he should do? This is a difficult one. Like, his bishop is hanging. What? Whoa. Okay. I think I can just take that, though. Like queen h5 is not an issue. Just drop a pawn here. Or even here. I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, maybe just gonna capture that. Take it from here. It was gonna displace my pieces a little bit. I didn't love that. So in Crazy House, this would be a lot scarier. In Shogun, though, he can't drop on in my my third. Well, it's not quite a third. But he needs to like drop first and then threaten. So you can very quickly threaten things in the middle of the board, but not so much the king. I like that quite a bit. Yes. I believe we must take this. I really can't just let him build a massive fort around his king. And we can start threatening this quite effectively as well. I dropped one instead of playing this one because I want to make sure that these dark squares are very safe. Oh, do I take that? That does look a little bit mad. Now I think we put a pawn here. Do we? I think so. I think we put a pawn there. He can go there though and then recapture that thing. That is true. So maybe I shouldn't be so quick to play these moves. Alright, I'm just going to keep stacking. I think he should still... He still can, of course. This has to be the most unpleasant setup ever. It's just one pin. It's kind of ending him here. Yeah, in these situations, you just give up a bit of material. Like it's not even really that relevant. Like an exchange is nothing. Oh, we get to use the captain. Yeah, an exchange is literally nothing. Like in a way, you prefer the minor pieces just because of how awkward the rooks are. Like the position is always going to be rather closed and can easily be closed as well. So the rook is barely even worth more than a minor piece. Okay, we get this set up again. You'd love to see it. Do we play exactly the same thing again? Can also pin this knight. I don't love it. Okay, this time I'm involving a bit. I'm just going to plant this directly on d5. I think we're also going to directly castle. Yeah, d4 is not really doing anything, so I'm not going to play it just yet. Just king h1 is what move. So any bishop h3 just won't be check anymore. Okay, we actually have a very similar situation. And I kind of like this for him. Maybe we go b4 here. Kind of like this plan. Okay. Yes. He wants the pawn. Of course he will get the pawn. Oh, he doesn't want the pawn. Wait, what? That is actually... I really think he should have taken the pawn there. Oh, I kind of just miscalculated. I thought I could play bishop b5 here, but not really. I mean, maybe I can. He does have knight takes. Alright, we're going to capture that thing. Very important. Well, not very important to be honest, but we're doing it. Thing like bishop e6, he can just drop his own bishop. So I'm not sure if it's useful. Because I don't want to start like bringing pawns in there, really. Although, then I will get a bishop check there. Okay, now that he's done that, I think we do go for it. Yeah, but his queen must come forwards now. She never wanted. I don't think he can allow a bishop drop here. He agrees. I can of course force his queen off. Do I want it here or on d5, my pawn? I think I want it on d5. I mean, he could still castle short, right? I mean, his position looks very unsafe, but he can always drop to reinforce it. So he can certainly castle there and be very safe. Have to keep that in mind. He's really enjoying the castling flexibility. Setup does look quite sad for him though. This bishop here. So we both have an advanced pawn, but my position is just a lot freer. I also have more like direct influence already on the board. Okay, so we are long castling. Does make sense. Put the knight here, I think. Threatening as many things as possible. Yeah, I'm really not sure about this b4 move I played. Maybe he could have taken that with a knight. It would have been better than what he did, for sure. We're eyeing c6 now, so we're going to be able to really ramp up the pressure. We're already actually threatening this, perhaps. So yeah, this is always awful if you're in the black position, because like this knight is really influential here already, and if you kick it, it just comes here. And that's almost even worse for you. So you have to shore up that stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and I just blundered there. That was really bad. Why did I do that? Oh, I just wasted this position. Third. Okay. Well, I mean, the game does go on. Yeah, that was very dumb. Can't believe it. It's always the same thing with Marco as well. Like, I just donate things to him. This is rather unpleasant, to be honest. What do we do about that? Maybe we... Oh, this is so bad. Go knight there, and like he just very clearly has initiative. Okay, I'm gonna close all this as much as possible. Okay, I'm worse, but not like horrifically so. Don't mind that, I think. Maybe I go here, try and tempt him into opening up the e-file here. Of course, I'm quite afraid of him eyeing my light squares here, like knight there, and suddenly threatening to perhaps enter. Oh. Almost didn't notice that, that would have been bad. He probably goes back, but still. I will take him being stuck in there, I think. Threatening mate now. Oh. Okay, that wasn't clean. I just gave him a pawn and let him activate his only like horrific piece while cleaning up a bunch of weaknesses. that was not good. Do we try c5 again? Yeah, okay, I don't mind it. Playing c5 for now. Not sure if I will stick to it for long, but now at least we're playing c5. Okay. Not too much happening here. Yeah, d4 again, I don't love it. I think you should be playing things like d4 here. Of course, it needs to be fought tactically. But I think I'm capable of doing that. I almost for a second thought, hey, maybe I don't have to take that, but I probably do. Can't just allow a captain in your camp like that. Okay, so we managed to win a pawn. He may be able to get it back. But he will be able to get it back for sure. Yeah, queen d4 threatening g7. I will have to react to that, of course. Then he'll have a queen on b4, which is not what he wanted, for sure. Alright. I get to have a huge pawn center here, I love that. Now I'll be able to play bishop f6 as well. And then he will have to liquidate there. Maybe that's not good though. Still, you don't often get a center this large. Of course. So we do manage to activate our bishop though. He gets his pawn back for that. But he gets it anyway, so just gonna let it happen, I think. Well, actually, bishop e4, I can go here now. He has that in the end, right? So I'll just let him have this pawn. What? Oh, that's not it, mate. I mean, admittedly, he'll get a bishop threatening c6. It does annoy me. Not gonna lie, but I still don't believe it. Yeah, we can also go bishop a6, which is the other move I'm considering. Maybe I like bishop a6 more. He's really entering here in that case, though. So now let's just avoid that stuff. I'm tempted to also just let him have this, because it is wasting a lot of time if he takes it. But, yeah. I really want this queen there. It's fine, we'll put the queen there. Knight there, I will take one of these things, and then I can take on b2. So this is very suspicious what he's doing. Take the bishop so this doesn't come with check. If he takes that, I think I have to castle at this point, but well, I mean, I'm also threatening some pretty devastating checks here. Yeah, so he couldn't really ignore that. Maybe he could. I mean, realistically, no. All right, what do we do here? Maybe we threaten that knight of his. He might just liquidate for this and then take my c-pawn. Yeah, he does. But I'm threatening to take this, so he can't actually take on b4 right now. He could try taking that first. All of that looks very suspicious. If the rook leaves, I can get this after that. Yeah, it's actually difficult to suggest what he should do here. Like, I just have such good control of the center. Okay, well, that was definitely incorrect. So I just liquidate here, and then I can fork it back. I will fork it back. Like, it's possible that I can go on some sort of attack here, but well, he can always drop stuff, right? So no, we're just gonna keep it very simple. Buying this square is also very nice, for sure. And what does he do now? I clearly have the lead in the attack. Like, he probably needs to play king g1 at some point, but I mean, it doesn't really work yet. So the situation is rather tricky. Something like rook b3 is possible. It's probably just too slow, though. Okay, we defend and attack. We attack everything as well. This is a very obvious move. Oh, wow. What are we doing here? I mean, I'll just take that thing, though. That has to be a bit of a yikes. Go knight here. These are very good squares that he will have to defend. Of course, he can drop a bishop or something. Okay. Let's just take it, actually. Like, why not? There was also a defender. This type of rook move is always basically worthless. I mean, he defends easily, right? Maybe this one is scarier. It's a bit harder to defend. Like, I get at least one of these. Now we're really threatening to enter. Yeah, that looks very rough. Can I play this? Yes. Okay, I don't know if this is quite correct, but looks very nice. Surely you can't play stuff like this. Okay, now here's the checkmate. You can still go there, but there's no chance. A rook there is mate as well. Okay. Yeah, most interesting game so far there.